Welcome back, generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 hour to make the best game ever. Good, so what do? We go to our repository and we check. I think we need to see if there's anything we need to do on our reviews. I think. Is there anything here? Nope. I think we need to do something on here. This one is fine. This one has nothing to do. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. Good. Then, yeah, on this change, I was thinking that maybe we need to do something in regards to the EXE properties. So when we build an executable, does it store, what does the original game dot store? Let me see. Game dot says nothing. Huh. What about the general's EXE? Does that say anything? Nothing. Oh. Huh. Huh. Okay. Oh. So again, I guess general set H EXE also says nothing. Nothing. Huh. Okay. Let me search for Windows at version information to executable. Aha. Resources RC. Go RC. I think we already have such RC files used in some tools, right? Let me see. Let me search for .rc here. Nothing comes up. Star.rc. Files to include star rc. There you go. Oh, I may search for star rc. Oof. There you go. Oof. Okay, word builder RC. Version info. File OS 4. What does that mean? File type. Company name. Okay, I think for starters, what we can do, we go to core game engine. How do we build main? Okay, is this referenced anywhere? It is. Okay, cool. Okay, so we already have a resource file. Okay. Okay, that means we will place it in here. We take this junk here. And we put it... Oof, why is there so much garbage? What? If dev Win32. RTS RC. Okay, that's a much better syntax highlighting. Okay, but what is going on here with the with all this bullshit? Why is there so much noise in here? Define, undef. What? And if. What is this? Okay, I think we just have to add it here. File version, product version. Oof. Okay, so if we now build the game with this information, let's see what happens. Super hackers. Did we edit this here? Add tweak. Add file version information. Now the question is, how do we feed these things though? We don't want to hand edit this shit, right? Oof. Okay. So that has built. Let's see how that looks. Okay, we do have information in here now. Okay. English, language English. United States, original file. Product name. Copyright. How about we sort these items with the same order as we see them here? So description is the first. Then file version. Then product name. Product version. Copyrights. And original file name. Company name. It's not even showing up here. Seems that is not a thing. Then we remove company name. Okay, so my prog file version, product name, product version. What is the difference between a file version and a product version? I don't know. Date modified language. My prog. Oh. Okay. Okay, how do we fill this now? We also have these here. Why are these here? Is this necessary? What do these do? String file info. File version, product version. I have no clue what these are for here. I wonder if these are necessary at all then. Let me ask ChatGPT. In the following RC data, what do file version and product version do? File version and product version do practically. In a Windows resource script, file version, product version are numeric version identifiers stored in the binaries version resource. These values are used primarily by Windows and system utilities. File properties dialog, MSI installers, to identify and compare file version of the specific file. It is meant to change whenever the binary itself changes, even if the product version remains the same. Yeah, start. Product. Okay. Do not have to match, but it's common practice. Are important for version tracking. Okay. What is a good approach to generate a file version and product version with CMake? With CMake builds. Let's see. Define your version in CMake, ideally once centrally. Major, minor, patch, tweak. Major, minor, patch, tweak. Okay. Combine into string form. Okay. Okay. Use CMake's configure feature to fill in a RC file. Okay, to me it looks like this is it's a bigger change, isn't it? Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, and what are these things here now? File OS. What is this? Ugh. Ugh. Okay, so I think what we do is we go to this branch. Oh boy, file version. Product. Okay, here file version and product version are suggested to be the same. Can we add multiple resource RC files to an executable, or does it all need to be one file? Top level. have it include others. You can include RC files. Okay. Okay, what we can do is we add a version.rc. That's not version. The version rc. Okay. And so here we include version.rc. Okay. Okay, and then we open this version RC here. Oof. What happened? What is this doing? I just want to look at the text. Oh boy. So we do need to include WinVer. Why? Is that really necessary? Okay, let's see if that also works then. Super ultra wide with turbos, what? Good. I don't know why it has to rebuild everything now. That seems a bit excessive. Ah, because we switched branch. Right. Right. So if we search for rts.rc, then we see it is used here. Then we can probably also say here targets. Sources. Targets. Okay, so we don't add anything else. Okay, never mind then. Okay, let's see if that also worked or not. It did work. Okay. Okay, so we can do the include, which is nice. It means we can keep them separate. It created an APS file. What is that? Huh? Well, that is unexpected. Okay. What is this APS file? Okay. Okay, so that beside that aside, so I think we need to create an in file. We delete this again. So we have version rc in, and now we do what ChatGPT has proposed here. Let me ask him what this is. You added some additional fields. What are these for? Oh, why is it giving me two answers? Purpose specifies which bits in the flags fields are valid. 0 to 5. 5 flags. Contains debug info. Pre-release. Oof. App. Okay. File OS. Okay. Debug. Okay, what is this symbol here? Where is this coming from? Okay. Okay, so I guess what we do is we take this garbage here. Okay, so let's try this then. So 5 flags, he said. Now I changed the order? No. Okay. Debug pre-release. Pre-release. Debug. Special build. Okay, then how about we say here file, let's do 2 tabs. Yeah. Okay, so how about we here we say file flags 0. We say if RTS debug, then file flags will be this. All right. Then we comment these out. Let me just leave them here maybe. Oh, maybe we probably don't care. We say if it's RTS debug, it's FF, else 0. Okay, so we have version major. Version major. How do we generate this? Version major. Set. But we already have this kind of thing now. Where do we have a build user? Build user here. Here. So this one, it writes out files. Build user. This is quite a bit unpleasant. The git info file is written out in the resources library, which is a utility. Yeah. Somewhere, dependency. I don't know where it is. Okay, but this one is game specific. So it has to be here. Yeah. Build user, build log. Git have to move it. Shit. Okay, so what we do is combine into string form. Project version string. Version not major. Version string. So how about we say here define version components. Combine version into string form. Okay, so the major is 1, then we have 4. Then the build num, yeah, let's do 601. Tweak 0, I don't know. Good. Then we do define version major. I think we have to do this, right? So version major. Version minor. Version patch. Major, minor, patch, tweak. Okay. Okay, and then we generate with this, yeah. So we have version RCN. Okay, and then version RC, it contains now project name. So version string. Maybe put it like so. Okay, and then we have here this version string, project name. How about we say file version that, then we say product version, and here we say product version string, and file make project name. Okay. Here we say add build user, right? Set build user. Can you be empty string like this? I'm not sure. Build user. Maybe we have to say like so. Build location. Can we move these things up? Can we also move this up? Then we say product version. Then we create a copy of these, and we say file version. And file version will simply be a duplicate of this, which is fine for now. to do come up with a file version. Okay, and then we say here product version string, and then we put that up here. We create a copy, and then we do a file version string. Put that in here, and that's okay. And then we take the product major, minor, and patch here, and then here we have now file version and so on, and product version. Yes, we have RTS debug here. Okay, and then we have file name. Here. How about we move these things to the very top here, tippy top. Yeah. Then we set here set file name. And file name we put here general ZH. How about we do it uppercase? General ZH. Then we put here this. And so file name will now be here, yeah. File version string we have. Project name. What is the project name? Project name is, I think we just put a product name, right? Product name. We put command and conquer generals 0 hour. Should we write it with the and symbol? Command and conquer. General 0 hour. Yeah. So this is product name, and then we would say here product name. We have build user, which is here. Say bye. CMake project name. Product name. Original file name. I think there we can simply say file name. Will this work here? CMake project name? Maybe. Maybe it puts this then. We will test what happens. Okay. So it looks like that this could work. Yeah. Okay, so it now should fill these guys here and these guys and these with this information up here. Okay, let's generate that and see what happens. Yeah. Okay, so this file will be generated in somewhere here. Builds. Min32. Oof. Oof. I don't know. Let's search for version.rc. It is found. Where is it? Of course, it doesn't show us the path. Oh, it does. Code main. And code main. Here, code main. Okay, that is. And so will it find it there or not? Let me see how it has generated it. Okay. Oof, genzh.exe. That's not quite right. Leave a copyright is empty string. Okay. File description. File name. Product name. File name. Okay, but the version here looks good. 1.4, yeah. Okay, so here what we have is an empty string. Yeah, that's a bit weird. How do we deal with that? Okay, so what we can say is that original file name should probably be this, right? And then what should file description be? Oof. I don't know. File description says general ZH. It's not very helpful. Product name, file description. Maybe we just use product name there as well. File description. General ZH. Yeah. How does this format work? Why is this so weirdly formatted? Maybe it makes sense, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what to fill in here in these guys. I mean, the information we have is kind of stupid, right? But it's better than nothing, I guess. So it is okay in a way, but yeah. What can we say? So Command Conquer General 0 hour for product name sounds good. Maybe we should say though Command and Conquer General 0 hour. Maybe we should say. Maybe we should mention that this is a community-made community version or something like that. Maybe we say product name. It's file description. So we have file name. It's a file description. Okay, file description. Here we can say community made version. I don't know. Community. I don't know how to say. Community made. Community. Community edition. So, community builds. Maybe make it in all upper caps to make it really obvious that this is not an official EA release. Community build. Just so it's extra clear. Okay. Yeah. Configure version RC file. RC file. Maybe Maybe we should do all of these things before we actually add executable, right? Because these are all steps before we actually create this executable thingy, right? Yeah. What is this local build num? 0. Okay. Good. I just want to get it to work in some rough state. It doesn't have to be perfect, just something that works. I think that's good enough for now. We need to fill it out at another time with more meaningful values. Okay, but this looks like it would work. We still have a problem here with those though. So here we need to have double quotes. What we can do is we put them like so. Then we make this empty and this empty. And there we go. Yeah, empty string basically. To do fill from CI. Or maybe we just don't put anything here. No to-dos. Yeah. Okay, maybe we also say here executable version definitions. Let's say let's call this product version definitions. Okay, this looks promising. Let's generate it one more time. Okay. Okay, so it has now generated community builds, these version numbers, command conquer general 0 general set h.exe, and a bunch of stuff up here. Do we need this winver? I don't know. Maybe because of this here. Yeah, winver, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, but it has generated. Now the question is, can the rc the RTS rc, can it see this file or not? That's the next question. So what does winver include? Winver.h. Winver. It does include this. Okay. Okay, then let's see if that builds or not. Yeah. It does build. Wow. Okay. But it has not built. It has not installed the executable. Now it did. Okay, so now it's an uppercase general ZH. Yeah. Uh-huh. File description, community build in all upper caps. I think that's reasonable. Original file name, yeah. Copyright. Copyright is empty, right? Because it didn't put a user there. Okay, cool. File version 1.4. In file version, we should probably put like the git version, the revision. Yeah. I think a community build looks a little bit aggressive here. How about we don't make it uppercase? We just put community builds. Okay. But most people won't know what build means. How about community version? Community version. Yeah. Let's try that. Regenerate. Okay. Then is that working? Properties, details. It still says community builds because we didn't install. Always need to click here. Community version, yeah. I think that looks a little bit less aggressive. I think that's good. And I think it's valuable for someone to see, aha, this is a community build. So there's a clear distinction between this. Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised that it is not possible to make this larger, this window. Like you can't read the full thing. What is this? Why does this not give the full view on those strings? It says 0 dot dot dot. You can't read what it means. And you can't make it larger. That's weird. So it has like a fixed size. Oh, you can make it larger. Okay. Never mind. But it is kind of obscure, isn't it? Yeah. Huh. Okay, well, it does fit. When you make it larger, does it save the width? It doesn't save it. Maybe we should... maybe then we should say command and conquer. Let's see how that looks. Oops, what did I do? Is there a planned timeline for this with clients? Things from SA be able to distribute client mods. So what can we say? Anyone will be able to publish anything. Will be able to publish anything. That GenHub can manage. It does not need to be related to any of our works. Three. That is a plan. For clients, how does it handle them? Does it extract the zip? If it must use original, if product uses original executable, then it must extract or symlink to game install. Otherwise we can develop command line argument driven content loading, game content loading, original game executable. Understood for the game. That's at least my understanding of things, and the way I hope it will be. Yeah. But someone has to develop it. I don't know what the current status of GenHub development, but I know that Undead and Sky.io and maybe some others are working on this, but I haven't tested it. I don't know. I just know the desired functionality of the launcher. That I can say. Yeah. Good. Then has that built? Yeah. Okay, then let me build here. Okay, so what did we change? Already forgot. Community version. Okay, now we see the whole line without any ... by default. Okay, then I would say we go with this command conquer general 0 hour. Then at least we see the string by default in one go. We don't have to pull this lever here. We just see it. Yeah, it shows the original file name, language, date modified, size. Copyright is empty right now because we didn't put any author there. File description, community version. Yeah, application. I think that's good enough for now. That's good enough. I'll take a screenshot. Put that here. Okay, and then we need to replicate that shit to generals, which was easier now than I thought it would have been. Yeah. Why do we have this here? Matches Windows and then this, and the name is exactly the same. Hold on. Can we make a file name lowercase in CMake? Is there a way to make a string lowercase in CMake? Yes. How? String to lower. Okay, then we say here string to lower, file name, file name lower. Okay, let's see if that works. If you put file name lower here in Windows first. How about we take it down here? Ah, shit. Now we destroyed all the formatting. Oh boy. Let's see. Now it has created it in lowercase again. Okay, and then we say here, we move this up here, and these down here. Oops. Like so. Okay. Good. Let's see if there's anything else we need to tweak. Here we can revert this. Then we replicate the same thing in okay, so the first thing we do is we move this stuff up here, yeah. Then we take all this here, and put it up here. Then we take this, put that here. Yeah, okay, now we have this here. That's different. That's different. So if it is a VS6 build, then the number is different. Else, and if okay, and then here we say 17601 Bildname. But Bildname is not a version number. Patch. How about instead of having this unholy 601, which I have no idea what the hell that means, how about we just make it 0? 0. Done. And here as well. 0, 0. Okay, and this is 1.8. Okay, so this is the same. Patch is the same. It's just a minor version that is different, right? Okay, and this one is generals, committee version. And this one we call generals V. Then we take this here. That's G generals. Yeah. Then here we also take this guy. Vietnam patch. Right. Patch. How about we remove this comments here? Okay, so use 0, 0. Is that fair? I think it makes more sense than a magical 601. What is that supposed to mean? 601. Now regarding the version RC. I think we can probably move that to core. Let me see. If you move it here, code main, core main here, main. Paste. Okay, but then we need a target for that. I think we added this also recently in another build here and here. Core CMake lists. CMake lists.txt. Okay, interface. Core E. Yeah. then we need to add this core E main to main. To do remove. I think that doesn't help. We need to somehow. How do we tell that? How do we tell that the version RCN is in core? How do we do that? Oof. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we do this in another change then, a future change. Yeah, I don't know how I get it in there now. But it's not that important. We can do it another time. Then let me put it back in here. Let me put that on generals as well. There's a BMP file here. Interesting. Okay, so main files we have here. Then we remove this again. Then what we do is we have this, yeah. We need to modify this one. RTS.rc. Oof. What is this? How about we include this here at the top? Okay, let's see. Okay, we're still missing something here. Let's see my lists. .txt. Cool. Main. We do actually have it here. Oh. Ah, here. Right. Okay. Bildnam. Page tweak. I find this here a bit odd. It says version build number and refers to a version page. Yes. I guess it's fine. Let's leave it like this for now. The details don't matter much. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then we can also reset this guy. Okay, let's enable generals as well, and let's build that. And then see if that looks good as well. Okay, so we stage this, and so we call at what is the name for this thing? Add executable. Add string. Add file info. Add file information for generals executables. Is this image still correct? No, because it still mentions 601. We'll create a new one. Oh shit, I clicked ignore button by mistake. Let's restart Visual Studio. Good. All right. Very wide monitors will also have the disadvantage in that the minimap will be very far away. Can be. Helmut says the game is not very competitive and very unfair in a lot of places. I think it's fine if we give a little advantage to white monitor players. Okay, but isn't that one of the points to like not make it unfair? We have the power to let's say we have the ability to make the game not unfair. Yeah. Just because the game is unfair doesn't mean it has to stay that way, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have built the executables once more. Let's take a look at this details. There we go. Now it says 1.4.0, and I think that's a much more holy site, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Let me take a screenshot of that. Okay. Good. Then. Then we commit this, and you push it. EXE properties contained no information Also not in the original executable. At least not that executable. What about other executables? Do we have another one here? Hold on. Generals. English. We already have that folder open, no? Here. Generals EA app. Does this have properties? It does, but there's nothing in there. Okay. Yeah. EXE. The EXE properties contain no information, also not in the original executables. I've added information now which are fed through CMake, but probably still needs some more tweaking. I just put something that makes sense for starters. That makes some sense for starters. Okay, so it says community version, application, file version 1.4, 0 hour, product version, copyrights, yeah. Maybe I think it's fine for now. I don't like that every build basically will say 1.4, right? That's not good. But yeah, we need to figure that out, I guess. Yeah. We probably need to merge the revision with this version somehow. We need to say 1.4 and then this number here. And then maybe one more number. I don't know yet. We will figure out something, but it's not important. We just need to have something. And this gives something. Yeah. Okay. Let me ask. The game being unfair makes it so fun. Let me drop Omniblade. Please check once more. Good. Okay, then what else can we say? I think that's it. Then I will probably take a break here. Yeah, it has been 2 hours. Okay, the next session we will probably do some reviewing. Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else that I need to work on here? Probably not. No. No. I have worked on all my things. Yeah. Let me also ask OmniBlade to review this and this, because it looks like, and this perhaps. It's kind of easy. I claim it's easy. Okay, good. I think I'm done here. Yeah, I will take a break. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.